line in slope-intercept form if it's passing through the given points, these two right here. Okay, I'm going to first off give you three formulas that are going to be very helpful. You should know slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. That is the key form, the main form for algebra. Point-slope form. Point-slope form is an interesting one. It's going to be very helpful for what we're talking about here. Y minus y1 is equal to the slope m times the quantity of x minus x1. Okay? You'll see how this comes into play in a little bit. Slope we already did. In that test that the high school writes up, they give you the formula for slope. You should have that one memorized. Y2 minus y1 is equal to x2 minus x1. Change in y over change in x. Those formulas we hold on to. 5, -1, 6, -8. 5, -1, 6, -8. 5, -1, 6, -8. I'm saying that because those are the 2 points. 5, -1, 6, -8. 5, -1, 6, -8. All right. Sorry about that. Those are the 2 points they give us, and we've got to write an equation from those 2 points. First things first, we have to find the slope. Change in y, -8, minus a -1 over change in x, 6 minus 5. Change in y over change in x. This turns into a plus 8. -8 plus 1 is a -7, and 6 minus 5 is 1. You could just write this as -7. It doesn't matter. You could leave it as -7 over 1. It's really no big deal. But we now know that slope, or m, is equal to -7 or -7 over 1. Now we have to go to point-slope form. We have a point. Let's use this one right here, 5, -1. And we have the slope. We found out the slope is -7. Let's put that into the formula. Y minus y1, which is a -1, is equal to the slope, which is -7, times the quantity of x minus x1. X minus x1, which is 5. Okay, all we did was put the slope in for the m and put the first ordered pair in for x1, y1. We could have used those two right there. It really doesn't matter. It better come out to be the same answer, but I just chose those numbers because they're a little smaller, they're a little easier. Nothing hideous about them. 7 times x is -7x. 7 times -5 is a positive 35. Why? A negative times a negative makes it positive. Double negative here turns into a positive. Y plus 1. We have to isolate the y so that it's in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So how do I get rid of the 1? Subtract 1. I don't subtract it from here. That's got an x. I got to subtract it from here. So y should equal -7x plus 34. Now, how can I test to see if this really works? All I have to do is take the -8, put it in there, put the 6 in here. -7 times 6 is -42 plus a positive 34. Oh, look at that. -42 and a positive 34 make -8. So my equation for those 2 points, find the slope first, change in y over change in x, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Find the slope. When I find the slope, m, put the slope there. Take the x here, put there, right there, and take the y, -1, put it there, which is what I did here, and just solve that equation. And it turns into, it goes from point-slope form into slope-intercept form. Okay? The only way to get good at that is to practice it. Find a graph, take a couple points from that graph, plot them, and go from there. Okay? I hope that helps. We'll be going over more of this as we go along. This is huge stuff algebraically from first semester. We'll do more of it, but we'll be going on to systems, which is just basically graphing with little bonuses, tomorrow, and taking a test on some stuff on Thursday, and moving on from there. All right, if you have questions, post them, ask them. Good for you. Bye.